It's finally time for the 2003 E3 press conference. I've got a lot of high hopes going into this. I'm hoping they announce a sequel for Super Mario Sunshine. We haven't seen much from Zelda since Majora's Mask came out, you know. Don't count Wind Waker, it's not a real game. We're not going to appreciate it for at least another 15 years. Thank you as well, Carslock here, for archiving this for us. Dan, the stream is about to start. Oh, sorry, we're gonna miss it. We're gonna miss it, hang on.
Welcome to the 2003 E3 kickoff hosted by the world-renowned.
I'm so excited to see what they announce.
And here to get us going is Nintendo of America's George Harrison.
That's not Reggie. Who is this?
Our goals today are to first update you on the state of our business and some corporate direction and initiatives.
As someone who loves Mario, I'm absolutely interested in corporate Nintendo's state of affairs. How is the shareholders going to react to this conference?
Now, on a worldwide basis, Nintendo's installed base now exceeds Xbox by about 1.3 million units.
Oh, this is still the era where developers were just trash-talking each other relentlessly. We have to remind ourselves of this. It's like, yeah, we're selling way more than those Microsoft guys. Ironically, this is on the Nintendo Gamecube era of Nintendo, one of their worst-performing consoles in the company's entire history. But regardless, I feel like I'm at church.
Donkey Kong will remain a lovable ape. Link will never lose hope. And of course, Mario will never start shooting hookers.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
And of course, Mario will never start shooting hookers.
Nintendo, that's not very family friendly. This was a new era of games. I'm sure it wasn't going to be absolutely hated in retrospect. I feel like the quality has gone even further down.
But not surprisingly, once again, rivals have designs on our market. And who can blame them?
Nintendo really just taking a minute to be like, don't look at the copycats. We did this first.
Go to the next slide.
It was a different era for E3 conferences. Next slide, please.
Losing a few of our words and slides here.
Someone's getting fired after this conference.
That's our president, Mr. Satoru Iwata.
Oh, Iwata, bless. Oh, we miss you.
The most obvious concern, Nintendo Gamecube.
Oh no.
It had not sold through the way we planned.
The other guy, like George is just like, yeah, shares are up on Microsoft and Sony. Iwata comes in, we have not sold the amount of consoles we wanted to.
And finally, as always, there was yet another new competitor to our powerful Game Boy franchise.
Yeah, YouTube, Microsoft.
The market itself faces important issues. Better graphics, more complex challenges,
better
more
graphics,
mature content.
tougher, edgier.
Each of these.
This is not what we associate with Nintendo whatsoever. Edgier?
Each of those openings.
Who ever thought Nintendo was edgy?
We already have graphics so realistic that you might think you are watching television.
I can't tell the difference, Iwata.
As we witness the success of Vice City, our industry has to ask itself how much further we are willing to go.
Is Iwata really odd? It's like someone think of the kids because it's a violent video game. I think that's what this point is. It's so weird in retrospect just watching these conferences because the conferences don't actually know who they're really aimed at. Like, it's like a mix of shareholders and investors when the core audience receiving these conferences, as future years would show, is just people who like games. Like, if little Timmy's watching this excited for the next Legend of Zelda, he's probably a bit out of depth when, like, Iwata is here. It's like, our internal development capacity has massively expanded. Their market grasp and shareholder revenue is at an all-time high for 2003 quarter. Like, little Timmy just wants to see what Mario's up to.
The talented designers at LucasArts have given us a beautiful exclusive, Rebel Strike. I will let the picture tell the story.
I don't remember this game at all. I can barely see the game, it's so dark. Oh, this was peak gaming back in the day. It's that 8K rendering. I hope we have the graphics slide later. Companies were obsessed back in this day with the idea. It's like, we have like 5.1 teraflops of data transfer speeds in our processor, and it's like God knows what they're talking about.
Hi, I'm Shinji Mikami. Recent rumors would suggest I have been fired.
What?
But I assure you, I am still happily working at Capcom.
Why was he fired?
Development of
They are so original.
They will blow your mind. And one more thing.
Is this like a reference to the
Resident Evil
Matrix?
4 will be scary than ever before. Don't pee your pants.
Okay, I won't. Oh, look at that. Look at that next gen gameplay. I mean, this was Resident Evil 4. This is still considered like the best Resident Evil, I think. Wait, what was that like Hitchcock pose from Iwata? Work of art.
We are delivering on our promise to create games for all ages, all nationalities, and all tastes.
As the president of Nintendo America said, Mario won't shoot any hookers anytime soon.
Please welcome Mr. Shigeru Miyamoto.
Miyamoto's here.
Last year, I surprised you all with visuals of The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker. Again this year, I'd like to ask my good friend from NOA and one of the best
Guys, could you ease up with the flash photography? There's like a guy in front row who's like, oh yeah, get that picture.
Allow me to introduce the first of these, a longtime friend of mine from Electronic Arts, Mr. Will Wright.
Oh, this is when Will Wright was still involved in The Sims. He's long moved on, I think now.
This is going to be the first
PowerPoint
time that
presentation
one of our
stuff.
games. Both of these will be complete standalone games. But when you connect
It's
the
just
two,
the EA logo. Next slide.
Sims can hop across from one system to the
Next
other,
slide.
either for short visits or to take up permanent residence. You can
Next
hop on the
slide.
Game Boy Advance, move to another GameCube, bring it to your friend's house. And finally, when you connect two Game Boy Advance versions of The Sims together,
Next
you can play kind
slide.
of disjointed-
We really want you to know it's made by EA. Nothing else matters.
Nintendo,
We're not going to show anything else.
You will, but with all the talented teams.
Next
at EA.
slide. Can't wait for
This
Madden
year you're going to see
2004.
EA's best titles on the Nintendo Gamecube. You'll see Madden, but that's obvious. But you're also going to see Medal of Honor, Lord of the Rings.
Why
Best
is
content
there?
on a great-
Why is there constant car alarms? Is someone being arrested outside? It's so obnoxious. The catapult just fired a Game Boy Advance there. Look at this go. Next generation graphics. Look at that GameCube go. EA Sports big.
Will get wild.
You will get wild. Remember, Nintendo is an edgy game developer.
See, I'm a really big Pac-Man fan.
What Pac-Man and monstrosity are we about to
actually,
receive?
I kind of, I went and I made a Pac-Man game for GameCube. And to tell you the truth, since I still haven't gotten Namco's approval for this idea,
今日はね、それを承認してもらおうと思って、すごい人に来てもらいました。
I've actually invited a rather important individual here today to try to get approval for this project. He's a creator who I respect very much, Mr. Toru Iwatani, the creator of Pac-Man.
Like, they're thousands of hours into development for this new Pac-Man title produced by Nintendo on GameCube. We actually need to sign the papers. We shouldn't have been doing this. Please just bail us out of this. Let's put him in pressure on the stage. Just get him to LA, and we'll figure out the pitch from there.
So I'd really like it if we could play this together today.
Did they? Did he?
No. I'll see you in court, Miyamoto.
We're gonna have Mr. Iwatani play on the Game Boy Advance first. The player with the Game Boy Advance controls Pac-Man.
All you need is 4 controllers, a Game Boy Advance, and all the proprietary cables.
If I win, will you approve this project for me?
It's like, if Miyamoto now loses, it's like, I shouldn't have gambled it. $20 million of development time.
ジョージもっとこう、
Come on, George. You gotta say more in English, otherwise people aren't gonna know how much fun we're having.
Wait, what was that line? What's going on with the translation front? That's such a weird comment. Did he translate that, or is the translator give it out? I don't know.
It looks like Nintendo did win.
OK ですよね。
So can we get approval for this?
Thank God.
Yes.
What a relief. I was really invested in Nintendo being able to publish that one, you know? Pac-Man's gonna save the Nintendo GameCube, guys. I got a good feeling. They're gonna bounce back up. It's gonna be the most successful console. Oh, God. From Konami as well. What horrible conditions do you think this man's working under while he's announcing this game and is going to be so happy-go-lucky to present it? Because that's like the hindsight we now have is, oh God, he was suffering horrifically during most of this time. Nightmare? Gore? Novels? Games? You're asking a lot of questions. Wait. Ew. Ears lash. Global Conquest. Coming soon to the Nintendo Gamecube.
Working with Kojima-san is like very much working with Socrates. So this kind of collaboration for us is the most exciting
Some
thing
high
possible.
praise. You are a Greek philosopher.
Our purpose this week is to demonstrate the power of Game Boy Advance, the power of GameCube, and power of connectivity, and power of our partnership.
When I think of Nintendo, I always think power. I think the music has been completely cut. Complete silence. I could hear my thoughts. Advance Wars 2. It's 2003 again. This one's out this year. Sword of Mana. I don't know if it's Sword of Mana, but one of the Children of Mana games is releasing, I think, this year. We just keep looping as an industry. The Hobbit. No, we get the Gollum game in 2023.
The successor to Nintendo Gamecube is already in development. And this time, we will not give our competitors a head start reaching the market. And we are going to succeed. Thank you all.
It's like, Iwata's just coming on stage and it's like, we will crush all of the competition. Thank you for coming.
The next question comes from Jeff Keighley with Business 2.0. If Nintendo continues to pursue its current strategy, which is to choose media convergence in favor of pure gaming, does the company realistically think it can be the market share leader in future console generations, or is Nintendo satisfied being a small but profitable niche player?
Jeff Keighley showing no mercy 20 years ago. Jesus Christ, Jeff.
And we know that we are the best developer and hopefully the best inspirer of creative gameplay. And we think that by focusing on those types of things and creating a value-oriented game console system that we can succeed not only now with GameCube, but also in the next generation.
So, take away from that question is one of those two men is still in the business. We never see George again. But we still see Jeff these days.
Has Nintendo discovered the internet yet? Will we see GameCube connect to anything more than Game Boy Advance in the near future?
I think that's really more of an online or connectivity type question if Mr. Iwata would want to answer that one.
Oh, Mr. Iwata, you gotta take the helm.
So we at Nintendo have been and will continue to research ways that we can use online features in games without having to rely on this existing business structure of charging people monthly for this type of service. We'll continue our research and we hope to be...
Disaster. Here we are. You know, and it's a subscription model. It's arguably the worst one for all the online platforms because it doesn't work half the time. Oh god. Well, I mean, takeaways from the console. They just had some Zelda spin-off. There was no new Mario game. There's no new Smash Bros. There was no new Pokemon Ruby 2. It's a very disappointing offering from Nintendo. I've already played Pac-Man. I'm not gonna be able to find it, but that line where your man said, like, Mario shooting hookers, like, that's so unhinged for a professional conference.
Donkey Kong will remain a lovable ape.
Here it is.
Link will never lose hope. And of course, Mario will never start shooting hookers.
The president of Nintendo of America, ladies and gentlemen. It's a bit crunchy. I can't even see. I can't even see. What is happening? Why? My eyes. I hope they announce Persona 3 this year.
We all know that the video game industry
We've been waiting a long while.
Transition. In the 1880s, saw the start of the recorded music industry.
YouTube.
When Edison first invented.
I see the problem here. Sony has confused their press conference with a video game essay video. But first we have to explain the concept of what entertainment is before we can analyze Banjo-Kazooie nuts and bolts.
917 million PlayStation software units worldwide. And
it's so much in these conferences. Like Nintendo did it as well. It's like, look at our numbers. Our numbers are bigger than yours. Look at this.
6.5 to 1 tie ratio.
Xbox, GameCube, there's YouTube.
There's a place where you can find the other video game consoles, and that happens to be in the rear view mirror. Now,
did they leave him on the roadside?
I'm happy to announce today that Solid Snake is going to be back only on PS2. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, when it comes out next year,
history repeats itself. It's out again.
Grand Theft Auto. Rockstar continues to innovate the category with the breakthrough products that they bring.
Unlike those guys at Mario, you're not going to catch our characters jumping on turtles.
What I'd like to do now is to show you a brief clip that kind of goes through the history of the Gran Turismo franchise and share with you where we have come up until today. So let's take a look at that.
Sure. Let me see the cars race fast. Cargo Vroom. You need to understand the history of these cars. Really understand them. The trailers have not changed at all for a lot of these things. Maybe the music has changed. But the same kind of action pan and shots. It's the same. I'm very thankful Cars is a bullet point for the Gran Turismo game, because God almighty, if you didn't have that there might not be much hope for the franchise. Wow, well, look at them cars. Are you driven? Get it? Because it's a car?
Also, we have a very exciting new product that we are going to bring out, which is called iToy.
Oh, here we go. Revolutionary technology.
This is a revolutionary USB
camera.
Very easy to use.
There's a PlayStation 2 down here, and there's no controller hooked up right now because the camera is going to be my interface.
Oh,
what you're seeing on screen is the same thing I'm seeing on my television set, and it's what a user would see. Move your hand in front of the button.
Wow, it's
you can
so
scroll through the
easy.
that we have on this
beats
here.
just pressing the key.
Fight.
Because it's not.
All right.
Like, they're laughing at him even playing this.
The interface is really flexible, and you can be creative with
They're
what you
just
do.
laughing at him.
You need to be in Rise to Honor.
Use your head. So I'm going to show you another game here real fast.
You have to make, like,
Wishy-washy.
that
Right.
gesture?
Why don't you come over and help me, Kaz?
Me? No, I don't think so.
Come on, come on.
I tell you, I hate it when things are not in the script here.
Here, you
Okay.
can clean off that area.
All right, just stand here.
Yeah, just
Okay.
go ahead.
I can't tell if he's going along or actually upset. I hate it when it's not in the script.
Really, the list is endless. And right out
The
of the
list
box, by
is
the way,
endless.
we've incorporated a
How many
feature
games were
where
made
you
for
can,
this?
and
3,
family ride
2,
through
endless.
iToy through the iToy camera. So some very
Endless
exciting
amount of
applications.
content. Gamers are
Is that
more
content
competitive
really builds the
online. That's
community. You
a
have
bit of
to
an
have
understatement,
exciting
Sony.
content to have
You heard
people
of League
come
of
online.
Legends. They get a bit more than competitive.
More than 98% of those users are male. So what does that mean? There's a lot of potential
98.
for additional and different kinds of applications.
Oh, that's
including,
so
The other
bad.
0.5% is on dial-up.
We need
made
to
sure
know
that
this
the network
information.
adapted-
We're trying to be inclusive of our online plans.
So what are the next
Apparently,
steps?
unless you're a
What
woman.
we want- They are the largest publishing company in the world for
It's
season.
more EA, isn't it?
So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the President and Chief Operating Officer of Electronic Arts,
Yes, it
Mr.
is.
John Riccatello.
Now let's
World
talk
of EA
about Madden.
Sports. We offer 2 titles on PS2 Online, Madden and NBA Live.
There it is.
And we were perhaps more important than anything else, the voice over IP. We call it EA Sports Talk. Software that allows you to trash talk the guy you're playing with just as if they were sitting next to you on the couch.
Oh no. I don't know if we need that feature, EA.
Melvin Lindsay is here in Los Angeles to show us the game. Melvin, who are you playing against?
Phil Frazier in Orlando, Florida.
In Florida. You got him on live sports talk?
Yes, I do right now.
You ready to take him down?
He just wants to play the game.
All right, here we go. Take a look.
I don't know why you're holding the microphone here.
I'm getting trash talk Southern style, but I'm about to.
Oh, that was close.
Oh no. Oh no, I don't. That can't be good.
I'm getting an earful with a Southern accent.
We need some yardage here.
Why are they're selling it as if, oh, this guy is swearing at me. Jesus, the things he's saying to me, you would not want to hear this.
They're playing live online. Whoa, score!
I want to play football with a degree of self-esteem today, but this man's really knocking it down a peg or two.
Now our next game is Tiger Woods PGA Tour 2004.
Golf
Sales on
now.
this one. We have a volunteer to play with us today from Orlando, Florida. Who do we got up here?
Hey, John.
Hey, how you doing, Tiger?
I'm doing pretty good, bud. You know, someone told me I was playing against some trash-talking fool who looks like an idiot.
You won't believe what the guy's saying on the other end again.
What an outfit. Oh, my.
Then I want to take a picture of you, and you got to wear this, matter of fact.
Now, are women supposed to wear those?
What'd he say? You on tape delay, wait a minute. I'm just getting it. Oh, that's funny.
98% men face working. Oh no. Why is there only 2% of women playing our 2% women playing our games? I wonder.
I'm gonna go back. All right. I just want to take a look at it real quick.
It's golf. Do we prefer this or like the fake multiplayer gameplay conferences that we would get later? Where it's like they're all playing like a co-op FPS. Like, check your comms, check your left. Oh, he's got a flashbang. He sounds tired. It's so awkward. Why are the waves so loud? I mean, at least I'm being honest with depicting what golf is like. Wow! Exhausted. Like, no one is talking at all. I feel like I've aged 20 years in this conference. Ultimate gaming online. You can play football. You can play football. You can play basketball. Not football this time. Ice hockey too, we didn't see that one. You can play football again. Did we mention football? We have that one. Did we mention basketball? We have a second basketball game too. You're in competition with ourselves, people. And now I'd like to tell you about our market expansion for Sony and how we plan to dominate the global sphere. Let's cut him off there because it's too much excitement after that golf game. Let's see if we can squeeze in a little bit of the Microsoft conference because I'm curious as to what they actually showcased.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Welcome back. I hope most of you were here with us last year.
Quality has somehow gotten even worse.
That great games are at the heart of Xbox entertainment. Xbox games just keep getting better.
There's a developer's note there for the capture. Xbox Live. Big deal back in the day. Get down in front! Wait, what was that caption? Smoking your little sister? The YouTube. What does that mean? 98% male audience. Seems it. And just keep the camera here. Yeah, just. No, it's better there. It's. Oh, cheering for Conquer. I think this was like the panned version of the game though. People didn't like that one. No one cares about Jedi Knight. Soul Calibur, they're excited again. Jesus Christ. You can hear the people in the audience where it's like, oh yeah, nice, just cause ass. 98% male. 98% male. I can smell the conference. I don't know why they keep cutting the ass. I don't know. 2003 was weird. I can't hear him again.
So whether you're stuck in class or stuck in traffic, if you're at the office late,
look at
and you
this
want to know what's
website.
happening on Xbox Live,
Oh, it was a simpler time.
we promised a lot more than
What is going on with the camera?
a whole lot. And that's why they love sports on Xbox Live, where trash talking is just part of the game.
Why are they so big on this feature? Sony did this too. Why are they promoting this and encouraging it so much? It's all about toxicity. Like, no wonder we got to where we are in the internet where you don't want to play League of Legends on an open mic. Because everyone was encouraging it back in the day.
You couldn't catch a cold. It's go time, yo.
What?
How do you like me now? I'm bad. Get out my house.
What?
Now you folks probably recognize this guy.
But what is happening?
I am the man. I am the man.
What is going?
I am the man.
What is happening?
He is the man. Man, that guy is good.
What? I don't understand.
We're going in. Get tactical, Marines!
It's weird to think this is like cinematic back then. Like this is like the height of storytelling right now. Gotta hand it to Microsoft back in the day. Like as far as a conference goes, theirs was probably more fun and just to the point. You know, like the Sony conference is like just marketing and that, and I hope you like cars, and we're gonna sell the iToy. Nintendo was just kind of awkward. Microsoft one in 2003 was actually it's not bad.
To make interactive entertainment pervasive on the order of music, movies, and TV. And we can make that happen by expanding our audience. We can make that happen by expanding the definition of video game entertainment.
And trash talking people online.
So what are we waiting
It's
for?
important to our business model. Well, what a showcase from Microsoft. You know, I'm excited to see how the original Fable goes. History often repeats itself, it seems. Now, join us next year and watch 2004's conference, and, you know, maybe Iwata has some new exciting titles for Nintendo Gamecube to announce. Still hoping for that new Zelda.